Welcome back to the channel, shooters. If you have been here before, thank you for coming back. If you have not, well, actually, you know what? All that. I got some news for you. I have a shooters club. It's like Patreon, but better because they take less cut. What I did is I built it out on my own site so that you can go on there. $5 tier, $10 tier, $15 tier. If you just want to support the channel and help out doing what we do here, $5. Nothing much. Helps out every single month. Helps being able to do what we do, and helps being free of companies' influence upon us, which I give you the unbiased truth anyways, but sometimes I'm a little more respectful than I should be, to be quite honest. So go on, follow the link down below, Shooters Club, sign up for that, and we will get banging. What we're gonna do today is something I've been asked to do a lot. I've done in other videos, I just haven't done a dedicated video. We're gonna talk about truing. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, we got a shooter on the gun helping us out. I'm gonna control him. What truing is, all truing is, and also it is literally 1 degree when I checked last. I'll turn my Kestrel back on and see what it's saying. So my mustache and beard are freezing together and homeboy's cold, so we're gonna talk fast and move quick. Kestrel says it is 2 degrees, yeah. And we got some sun moving in, so hopefully that'll warm our back up a little bit. Anyway, what truing is, it's not enough just to get a ballistic calculator, download a ballistic app, and put in all your information. That's not enough. You have more work to do, and that's okay. It's designed that way. Just because your Kestrel or a ballistic calculator, your Hornady forward off, whatever says, whatever it says, and if there's wind or movement on my jacket for audio, I'm sorry, you just got to suck it up this time. What it says, it's going to get you as close as possible based off the measurement of the bullets by either Applied Ballistics or Hornady or whoever did the measurements for their ballistic programming. What you then have to do is go out and do what I'm about to show you. It is taking what the gun and ammo is actually doing in real life and matching it to your ballistics calculator. Or excuse me, making the ballistic calculator, let me reverse that, match to your gun. That way, it gives you the true data, hence the name truing, at least in my opinion. So what we have right now is I got a shooter on the line shooting, what are you shooting?
6 arc.
6 arc, 6 arc. All right, we're gonna true it at 700 yards. And no, 800 yards, 731 meters. And we're gonna start with the biggest target. That way, we know where he is, and then as we true, we'll get closer. When you're doing this, all that matters is elevation. Yes, I'm still gonna have to give him wind calls, which we have a right to left, and there's a lot of mirage out here right now, so that's gonna help us read the wind. I'm gonna give him a right to left. I'm probably gonna give him 0.7 to 0.8 right now. But we're gonna take his Kestrel. It says 8.6 mils for 800 yards or 731 meters because he's running in meters. And we are going to dial that for point of aim, point of impact, and hold for wind. So based off of, say he hits low, he hits high, whatever, we're gonna dial the elevation in so it's hitting center, all right? Left and right, we're not gonna worry about. And if you guys were like, oh, well, you know, what about aerodynamic jump, all that, don't worry about that. With this, especially with this round, at this distance, with this low wind, like, it's not going to be a factor that we care about. And most times, shooters can't even shoot to the skill it takes to be able to determine those specific traits anyways, or things going on. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, I want to give a special shout out real quick while I'm thinking about it. First of all, Global Ordnance for supplying my ammo. Make sure you go down and check that out. And Beyond Clothing for keeping me warm out here in sub freezing. And Olin. So I have my camera hooked up, or my phone hooked up to the binos, the Victronics. That's going to record that while I spot through these dope spotting scopes. So, all right, let's start this over again while we do this. 8.6 mils, 800 yards, 731 meters. I'm going to give you, for wind, I'm going to have you hold 0.8 right. Spot her up.
Give me that call again.
0.8 right.
Shoot her up.
Spot her up. Impact. Right edge. So go ahead and give me a 0.7 or 0.6. 0.6 right. And come down 0.1 on your dope. Looks like I've got a little high impact on the right edge.
All right. Shoot her up.
Spot her up. Trace looks good. All right. Dang, we're just trailing on that right edge. Go ahead and that right edge to center is 2, 3. Let's move it, drop. So give me 0.3 right.
Shoot her up.
Spot her up. That looks good. Center. All right, excellent. So what I did is I quickly used the reticle in the spotting scope. From center of target to the right edge is 3 mil or 0.3. So I just cut that from the wind hold. I have a lot of mirage out there right now, and it looks like a lot more wind than it actually is. So that's what's kind of duping me up. Either way, we got a nice solid impact. So what I'm gonna have him do again real quick is I'm gonna have him actually come up 0.1. It might just be 8.6 and hold 0.3. And if we get another solid impact in the center, I'm gonna call it trued from there, and then I'll show you what to do in the calculator. So 8.6, 0.3 right from wind. Spot her up.
0.3. Shoot her up.
All right, good. Go weapon on safe, clear, condition 4. So another solid impact. One of the ways you can tell is where you're hitting. If you can't exactly see it, I can hear the ding as well as how the plate's swinging. And if this is the plate, we're just getting a solid push back, right? Whereas before on the left, or my right edge, its left edge, it was doing this, right? So I knew I was hitting low left to high left, okay? So now let's go ahead and show you what we do on the calculator. All right, so real quick, Kestrel with AB ballistics, okay? What I'm gonna show you is how to do the truing and how to find the distance. Without getting too into the weeds, you need to know your velocity for distance, you need to know the velocity of your round through your gun, and that's gonna give you the distance in which you true. You true typically within 10 to 20% of supersonic before you get into trans. You can check out the Ballistic Essentials video for that, where I went all over all that. Anyways, but how do you do that on the gun? So in a Kestrel, if you come right over here, can you see that? All right, so this is your main page. This is for Homeboy's rifle. I'm gonna hit gun. I'm gonna go to muzzle velocity, and then there's gonna be two things: cal, MV, muzzle velocity guide, or cal, muzzle velocity. The guide will take you through absolutely every single step perfectly that you need in order to get your truing process. And that means the weather, direction of fire, direction of wind and speed, all that kind of jazz. But for right now, for this demo, I'm just doing cal MV guide since the other's going to take a while. Now, 8.54 mils is going to be rounded to it's going to be left at 8.5. But if I remember right, on your gun, we went to what?
8.6.
So 8.6. So all I'm going to do, because we did our truing at 731, which is, that's in meters, going to be 800 yards. All right, I'm just going to take this. Oh, went too far. I'm gonna leave it right here. Now I can take him to the smaller targets, but for sake of time for a video, this is all I'm gonna show you. So 8.6, and that's all we need. Yes, it's gonna adjust the muzzle velocity, and if you have your muzzle velocity from a chrono or anything, that's fine, don't freak out. It's supposed to do it. It's changing what it needs to change in the computer to be able to get the custom curve that it needs. I'm gonna hit exit, and it's gonna ask me to confirm it. Confirm that, confirm that. We're good to go. Now, when we go to the ballistics page, 8.6 at 731 meters with our direction of fire and our wind inputted as well. And then we are trued. Then what you want to do is validate trajectory. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and do that real quick too. We're going to go 400, 500, 600, 700, 8, 9, and a grand as quickly as possible off of the dope that this is going to give. Come on over here again. And if you have seen the Kestrel videos that I put out, I did 4 Kestrel videos, but it goes into all this. All I'm gonna do to make this easier so homeboy, while he's on the gun, doesn't have to really do a lot, I'm gonna change the page since we have 100 yard lines out here. And then so he is a lot faster to scroll. We're gonna start at 400 yards at 3.1, and we're gonna go to a grand. Ta-da. At 15.4, and we will do this as quickly and efficiently as possible. Let's do it. Well, Shooter is going to give us our dope since he's got his Kestrel. He's going to tell me that. I am in charge of I'm just going to call wind and confirm hits. All right, and if he misses, I'll give him a correction and we'll re-engage. We're going to do this because we want to validate trajectory. The trajectory that our calculator is giving us, we want to make sure it is correct and true. So that's what we're going to do. All right, you good?
Good to go.
All right, spotter up. Let's go. The Pentagon, 400 yards, center plate. Just hold straight up.
400, 2.6.
2.6, all right.
Spotter up.
Impact, center. All right, 500 yards. All right, what's your dope at 5?
5 is 3.9.
All right, 3.9. Hold straight up. Spotter up. It's diamond plate.
Shooter up.
Impact. That was center, just high. So go ahead and come down 0.1, and then send again up straight up. That's good. All right. 600 yards, diamond plate.
5.3.
5.3. All right. All right, spotter up.
Shooter up.
All right, just high. You're about 0.2, 0.1 over the top. Go ahead and come down 0.3. That can be shooter. That can be a lot of things. How did that shot feel?
Felt good.
It felt good? All right. So hold center when you're ready.
Shooter up.
Spotter up. Impact, center. All right. So we came down 0.3. He was just a little high over the top. I'm not going to sit here and say like the trajectory is 100% wrong. That could be a number of things stacked on. But a simple adjustment, and it was just left of the tip of the diamond. So honestly, if I gave him a correction of like 0.1, 0.2, he probably would have been fine. But I always, because of what I've learned with my wing calls or calls at all, is I go bold. I want to add 0.1 when it comes to elevation on top of what I think. And when it comes to wind, I add 0.2 regardless of what I think. Just to negate my own errors. All right, so we're gonna go from 600 to 700. We're going to go to the left of the road, red targets. We'll do the same plate, the diamond, which is really easy to see right now. All right, what's your dope?
700, 6.8.
6.8?
6.8.
Spotter up.
Shooter up.
Spotter up. All right. Now I want you to go ahead and give me 0.2, 0.4. Give me 0.4 right and come down 0.3. Excuse me. Spotter up.
Shooter up.
Impact. Center. Good hit. All right. Wind calls, but also if you're doing this stuff, get a mil reticle inside. I got a mil reticle in my binos. I got a mil reticle in the spotting scope. He's got a mil reticle, so I can measure and I can give accurate calls. That's how I gave him a good adjustment based off of the impact to wind. So if he's shooting, I think, what do you got, a 6 mile an hour gun?
This is a 4 mile an hour.
4?
4.
All right, so 4 mile an hour gun. He's at 700 yards, 0.7, had to move forward. So where he's shooting like in a 2 to 3 mile an hour wind, maybe, and it's moving it off enough. So if I had him shoot again right now, actually, I would have him hold probably 0.5 to 0.6 because it looks like my Mirage is flatter right to left. But anyways, that's not what we're here for. So that's 700. Let's go to 800. We'll do the diamond plate again. Yeah, that Mirage is nice. So let me focus this. It should be 8.6, yeah?
Yep, 8.6.
All right, 8.6, 800 yards, and give me a 0.6 right. There we go.
Diamond target.
Diamond target.
0.6 right.
All right, I saw a trace. I saw some snow kick up, but I'm not sure where. Go ahead and I'm gonna add 0.2 on top of that. Give me 0.8 right. Burr. All right, that's what's going on. All right, I'm catching trace. There's really not a lot of wind, so I gave you a 0.8. Let me measure it out. Hold straight up. Looks good. Impact. Wow. All right, so at the 800, no wind. He just hit a little low left on the diamond plate, but it's pretty close to center. It's a good hit. So now we're gonna go move to 900. Yeah, that first one, I did not see where it went. I knew it went right, but wasn't totally sure how much, so. All right, 900 yards, what's your dope?
900, 10.6.
10.6, and I have such Mirage, but based off of what we've been seeing, just hold straight up, dude. Diamond plate, spotter up.
Shooter up.
Ooh, all right, there's a lot of Mirage. So it makes it hard to even see if a plate's wiggling. I think I have frozen snot. Let's go ahead and move one target to the right on the big circle.
Got it.
Because I didn't see anything splash or anything either. And actually, I'm gonna dump my magnification on my spotting scope in. Let me check the focus. All right, spotter up, straight up on the big circle. This is hard to tell. There's a lot of Mirage here. Trace looks good. Impact on the circle, okay. So we are straight up. All right, let's come back to the diamond. Same hold real quick, just to see.
Straight up.
Straight up. Impact, good, good, good. I had to pull my ear pro out for that one. All right, moving to a grand. We're gonna go big white target right in front of the tire because that's the one with the most contrast, even though the tire is gonna mean we can't really see it.
So 1,000 is 12.9.
12.9. All right. I'm gonna give it to you straight up again. So when you're ready, spot her up.
Which target?
The one in front of the right tire that has a lot of contrast. If it hits that tire, we're not gonna see, but
Yep.
I think we're gonna be okay. Trace looks good. Impact. Good. Good. So let's send one more for confirmation and we're gonna call it good. Same hold, spot her up. I didn't get one on there. First one was clear as day though. We'll do one more? Now you just gotta do it, you know, you just gotta try it.
Yeah, that Mirage is pretty bad.
Oh, the Mirage is horrible right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting it like crazy. All right, go ahead and do one more. That first one was, I'm positive as hell, so. Give me 0.3 right.
0.3.
Yeah. We probably lost it in the tire. Yep, there it is. Good, good, good. Excellent. All right, I'm gonna put this back in and we're gonna call it a day. So that is truing, trajectory validation afterwards so that it's all lined up and good. Again, yeah, there were a couple like 0.1s and 0.2s I gave them for lower. We're fine, it's fine. Trying to tune those out isn't gonna happen, and plus that's within the error of the shooter, that's within the error of that the atmosphere is going to put on you. So that's it. That's truing, trajectory validation, two very important things that you need to do as you're getting your rifle and your system all set up. Don't forget that fact that just because you have a ballistics calculator or Kestrel or whatever you're using for it and you put your data in, that doesn't mean that's actually your data. And on top of that, it's like 2 degrees. Every 20 degrees, it's gonna change. Every 50 degrees, your gun number is gonna change. At your different altitudes, every 2,000 to 2,500 feet, it's gonna change. How do you answer all these questions for yourself? Go in your ballistics calculator, put in the question by, okay, what's it do at this altitude? Put in that altitude. What's it do at this amount of wind at this lower altitude? Change the altitude, change the wind. Answer those questions and do as much with your ballistics calculator as you can. Play with them as much, or if not more, than you play with yourself and your phone, okay? That way you're building, you're tuning yourself as a ballistic calculator so you can make really good calls, make really good judgments, all right? And that's how you do this. So, last thing I got for you guys, Shooters Club, check it out. Make sure you go down there. I know I already said it. Thank you to our shooter for helping out. He did great. And I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for win calls, even though there's like none on most of those. But make sure you're getting out doing that and banging. Marksmanship Tier is perfect for those who are just looking to support the channel and everything that I do here, from the training to the videos to putting out content weekly. Twice a week on YouTube now, and once on Spotify for you guys. The Sharpshooter is perfect for those who are trying to get more into a community. You have access to a blog of everyone else posting on their experience, their knowledge, their questions. But at $15 for the expert, you get my personal blogs, my personal responses as well. So I am dedicating time to you to make sure that your education is progressing just how you want it. If you are still here, one thing that does help out is making sure, like if you are having stuff that's bothering you, but say you're really busy, you're in a tight spot, or say you're fighting with whoever in your life, whether it be business, personal, whatever, it is okay to be like, hey, I need to put this aside right now because all of this is drawing my attention. All of this is actually getting me more flared up and more angry than this requires, than this demands, then I want to give this to. And I'm upset about this stuff. So let me figure that out before I come to here. As humans, emotions control us, and what we want to do is we want to make sure that we are keeping not necessarily a lid on it, but keeping an eye on what we are actually feeling and where it is actually stemming from. If you know where it stems from, you can identify that, solve it. It's just like shooting. If we missed a shot, that's just like having an outburst or a tantrum, all right? And grown people have tantrum, unfortunately. What you need to do is identify why you missed, identify why you reacted that way, so that way you can correct it, so when you come up to that situation again, you can engage with a good hit, okay? That's what I got. Get out and bang. All right.